Mic check, mic check. Please let me know if you can hear me. Quickly just type yes. I can hear you properly. Mic check, mic check. Please let me know if you can hear me well. And I hope my screen is not dirty because it looks blur on my camera here. Okay. Mic check, mic check. Please, if you are on here, let me know if you can hear me well. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know how to sing. Though. Can someone type I can hear you? This several people are online right now watching. Please type I can hear you, okay? I just need someone to type I can okay. Yeah, Joy. Thank you so much. Shout out to Joy Roland. Thank you so much for confirming my mic for me. And we're just going to get into it fast. Thank God that the network is stable now. Thank God. Shout out to Easy. Easy, thank you so much for confirming my mic. Anyways, earlier today I decided to go live because I promised on one of my pattern videos that I will be going live to recreate a pattern that I already created and uploaded the video. That's the bodycon dress pattern. And why I was at it, I think most of you must have seen the first video that uploaded, the first live that uploaded. It was meant to be more than 30 minutes because I did a whole lot. But then after a while, I realized that halfway into the live, everything just got like it was stagnant. The network was bad, and suddenly NEPA took light. So, anyways, let me show you guys what I did already. So this is the pattern that I have already drafted out. Like I said, I already started the live, okay, and I did all these things. And after a while, I realized that I was just doing it and it was not just recording again. The live was stagnant, the network was bad. So this is what I did already. But yeah, because I I want everybody to understand everything, I'm going to restart again. I'm just going to switch my pattern paper the other way. So I'm going to flip it. Okay. So yeah, we have this on this side. So I'm just going to flip it to the other side so we can start afresh and I can explain well. Okay. So this is just going to be like a new kind of video. Okay. So we're going to ignore the first one and we're just going to start afresh. Okay. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you have your pattern paper set ready. You have your marker, your pen, your measuring tape. I hope you have all these things ready. And let's go ahead and draft out a pattern for a bodycon dress. About everything that we need as the measurement for this dress. I hope you guys got it because I just realized that this live, the network is really Okay, so can we go on? Can we go on? Is the network good now? Okay, so I'm going to start drafting out the pattern. It seems like we're having a bad network day. I'm trying to think of if I should forget the live for today and reschedule this live, or should I go ahead? I wish I can get like opinion on the live section. Like, can I get opinions first? Should I go ahead or should I reschedule? Because my network is bad, and Joy Roland just said her network is bad too. And I feel like not just us, my sisters too, they've been complaining all through today that their network is bad. Yeah, even when we went out to get something, we had like real bad network issue. So I should continue because I can see yes, yes, I can we can hear you. So should I continue? Should I go on? Okay, so these are the measurements that I will be using for this live. Okay, I don't know if you can see them. These are the measurements that I'll be using. I talked about it. I took my time to explain it, but then I realized the network was bad. So I don't know if you guys actually understood everything I said. But these are the measurements that I'm going to be using. Okay, so okay, when we start marking them on the pattern paper, I feel like you're going to understand all the measurements. Okay, they are really all the basic measurements that we need. Okay, all the basic measurements. So yeah, let's start drafting out the pattern. Please grab your pattern paper. Okay, grab your pattern paper. If you want to do this on a your book, newspaper, whatever it is that you're going to use to draft it out, please get it ready because we're going to start marking all these things on the pattern paper, right? Okay. The first thing I'll be doing on my pattern paper here is to mark 1 inch down as my starting line. And so once you have your starting line indicated, we're going to go ahead and mark, before then let me explain what the starting line does. Okay, now we have the starting line. We're going to be dividing our shoulder measurement and marking it on the starting line. And also we're going to be marking our neck width on the starting line, okay? So that is why we needed a starting line to mark all these points, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is to mark my neck width. And I told you guys that the standard measurements I'm using, like the standard measurement for my neck width, the wideness of my neck is 3 inches. Keep checking why I draft. The network is really bad. Okay. Please, if you are not getting everything, let me know in the comment section. Let me not waste my time because I want to share with you how to easily and quickly draft out a pattern for your dress, okay, for your bodycon. If I am doing this and you're not understanding because of the network, the breakage, the pause, the everything, let me know on the comment section so I find another time to do this because this particular live section are for you guys. Okay, this particular live session is for you guys, like my beginners. I want to like self-explain everything, okay, live, okay, like directly as I'm getting the energy to draft it out as I'm doing it. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Veronica. Veronica, are you understanding or should I stop and reschedule because we're having like a really bad network issue here in Abuja? So should I continue or should I stop? Are you getting everything? Are you seeing everything? Are you hearing me well? Hope there is no pauses. Please let me know on the comment section. Veronica from Barbados. Okay, you're understanding. All right, so let's continue. So now we have the slope. Okay, you know that the next thing that is going to come up, or the next thing I'm supposed to mark, is my armhole measurements. Get with it, okay? If you're a beginner, you should have done this, or as you're seeing this, you should understand, because the first thing on your body, apart from your head, is your neck and your shoulder. And your shoulder is not straight, the slope. Okay. So what we're trying to do on this pattern is replicate, well, English. What we're trying to do is we're trying to draft out a bit the body, okay? And of course, we have to start with the neck width, the wideness of the neck. We have to start with the shoulder. Next thing that comes after this is the armhole, okay? After your shoulder is your armhole, before your bust and your waist and your hip, right? So I am going to go ahead and mark my armhole measurements. Now there are three ways you can mark your armhole measurements. I will be making a special video for you guys where I just take my time to explain how you can use these three methods to get your armhole measurement. Okay, very simple method, three different methods. Okay, but on this particular live section, I am just going to use one of it. Okay, I'm just going to use one of it, and that method is I'm going to divide my round busts, that's my round breasts. I'll divide that measurement by 4 minus 1.5 inch. My round bust is 36. 36 divided by 4 gives you 9 inches, of course. Now 9 inches minus 1.5 inch gives you 7.5 inch. Okay, let me take that again. My round breast, that's my round bust, is 36. If I divide 36, or when I divide 36 by 4, I will get 9 inches. And now I have to minus 1.5 inch from that 9 inches, and that gives me 7.5. And I'm going to be marking 7.5 from the slope down. And while marking it, I'm just going to make a tiny, tiny dot like this. Okay, a very tiny dot. A chinkly, like this chicky dot. You know why? Because the width from this point here to this point is 7.5. Okay, that's the width, 7.5. Now I need to get 7.5 from here to here. It has to align. Okay, this is something I discovered recently, that when drafting out your pattern, you need to make sure that you cross check everything. Okay, because most times when people finish drafting that pattern and they cut on the fabric and they sew, the outcome comes out somehow and they start saying, oh, I did not doing this thing well. No, baby girl, the problem started from your pattern drafting. You were not cross-checking, you were not confirming measurements, you were not doing all these things, and that is why you ended up having a not so good dress, okay, a not so fitted dress. So make sure you always confirm all measurements. Now see, confirming my 7.5 here, you can see that I went off a little bit. Now I'm just going to readjust it, and now I can connect these points to the slope. And I'll also rule an horizontal line this way. So here is my armhole. The next measurements that we need on this pattern is the bust point. And I am going to be placing my tape from the starting line here, not the slope. Please, not the slope, okay? From the starting line here, I'll place my tape and I'll come down and mark my bust point. And my bust point from my shoulder is 10 inches. There is a measurement video available for you to watch on my Teach Yourself How to Sew playlist. So if you don't know how to take body measurements at this point, go and watch. The next point I'll be needing from my shoulder down is my hip point. Okay, so my hip point from my shoulder is 25 inches. Okay, that is what I always use. Now, most of the time, we mark our hip points from the waist. But for this video, I'm going to be marking my hip point from my shoulder, which is 25 inches. Now, my hip point from my waist is 9 inches. But for this dress, like I said, I'm going to be marking my hip points from my shoulder, okay? And that is 25 inches. Any question? I am waiting. I'm giving a 5 minutes break to answer question because it looks like the network is really messing up a whole lot and I want to get it stable. Okay, so now we have the points. We have all the points indicated. Do you guys have any question? No one is saying anything. Do you guys have any question? I'm just going to quickly take off my camera from the top here and um, okay, so we are back. I feel like the network is going to be better now. Joy Roland. Joy Roland, can you see what we have here on the pattern paper? I'm going to take my phone and place it on it and explain again, okay? Please let me know in the comment section if you can see me now clearly and if there is no break in transmission. Now on here, you can see it. This is the starting line. This is where all measure 3 inches, 7.5 shoulder, and 1.5. Okay. I placed my tape from the starting line. Okay. This is my knee point. And the rest down is going to be for the length. Now that is the only thing I have done so far. And I also explained the fact that this is the center front, that middle point that divide your breast, your two breasts, that middle point. That is what this is. Okay, what I just said right now, because they are like simple things I just did. So far so good. What I've marked on my pattern paper are just points. Okay, I have not started dividing my round measurements by 4 to mark them down. So what I have on my pattern paper here is just my points, okay? All the points that I need for this dress. And before I started drafting out my pattern, I made mention of all the points, all the vertical measurements that you'll be needing for this dress. Pretty simple. You need your first measurement, your neck width, you need your shoulder measurement, you need your armhole measurement, you need your bust point, you need your waist point, you need your hip point, you need your knee point, and you need your length, okay, your full length. This is a long dress. That is why we included the knee point because it's a long dress. Okay, so we need the knee point and we also need the full length of the dress. So these are the measurements I've marked on the pattern paper. I've not done any other thing extra. And I just wanted to like have this face to face. Hi, Benedict, blessing. I just wanted to have this face to face so I can explain that what I just did on the pattern are just vertical measurements. They are just points. And at this point or at this um, stage of your sewing journey, you should be able to know how to take your vertical measurements on your body. Okay, you should know how to take vertical measurements and also horizontal measurements. And I said, if you don't know how to do that, no problem. I got you. I have a series. I have a series already created. Teach yourself how to sew. It's a series that I took my time. Excuse me. It's a series that I took my time to explain how to videotape, how to take body measurements, how to break those body measurements down, how to mark those measurements on your pattern, how to, know your points and how to know your round measurements, how to differentiate them. All these things I'm saying are available on your Teach Yourself How to Sew series, okay? It's a playlist. If you mark out your vertical measurements, the next thing you need to do is mark out your horizontal measurements. Connect them and you're done. Trust me, it is very simple. Keep tapping, tap. Yes, tap, my number one. Okay, I guess we're going to be calling this off. To everyone that clicked on this live section, I'm so sorry. It is not my fault. I tried my best, but MTN decided to do their thing today. So it's going to be good night from here. I like I said before, I'm sorry about this. Sorry about the inconveniency. I will re-strategize. I reschedule, and then I will make plans for another life. But before I do that, I'll make sure that the network is stable and the network is strong. Okay. Yeah. So good night.